connecting you to your community. This is Chris 6 News in your neighborhood.
Hey there, happy almost weekend to you. We're kicking off a hot stretch of days here across the coastal bend and plenty of sunshine with it. I was hoping to get a good capture of the sunset earlier this evening, but it wasn't fast enough. I can tell you though, you'll have a spectacular view as we head into the next couple of days, as long as you can handle the heat.
Floodwaters are here in Live Oak County. Coming up, I'll have details about road closures and what TxDOT says you should do if you're traveling.
I'm Jada Strayer, and coming up, the new Texas THC law that's going into effect.
Hello and thank you for joining us on Chris 6 News. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Here's a look at what we have been following across the coastal bend today.
As the Nueces River continues to rise, residents in Live Oak County are beginning to see roads closed due to the flooding. With water continuing to rise across parts of Live Oak County, TxDOT crews are keeping a close eye on road conditions as floodwaters begin to reach the asphalt and flow over it. TxDOT says crews are patrolling state highways, assessing areas where water is creeping up on roadways, and coordinating with local emergency officials to help keep drivers out of harm's way. TxDOT is also urging drivers to obey all road closure signs and barricades, never drive through flooded roadways, and allow extra time to reach their destinations. Officials say don't let the depth fool you. Even if the water looks shallow, it may be hiding damaged pavement, washed out shoulders, debris, or compromised culverts. They warn that just a small amount of moving water can quickly become dangerous. And of course, always turn around, don't drown. Live Oak County says they will continue to keep residents updated as conditions change. For more information about road closures, you can visit TxDOT's website. Reporting in Live Oak County, I'm Reagan Garvin, Chris 6 News.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Let's talk about the temperature. That is going to be the star of the show this weekend while we continue to monitor the conditions along the Nueces River. So, as we wrapped up the month of July, the last week was pretty hot. I think we can all agree on that. You don't need to be a meteorologist to know. It's a little spicy end to the month, but here's how things ended on the last day, July 31st, coming in with a high temperature of 97 degrees, and that's exactly 20 degrees difference from where our morning started off at 77. What is not shown here is the humidity and how that made it feel to your body when stepping or spending much time outdoors. So we are going to expect hot temperatures to stay in the forecast. Humidity is going to fluctuate a little bit. Overall, it is going to be oppressive, making for feels like temperatures well into the triple digits for your weekend. Will we reach any record high temperatures into the next couple of days? Well, that's going to be a tricky one. We're going to be very close to it. So as we head through the next 5 days, we could even see a triple digit number right here in Corpus Christi.
Hey everyone, I'm Drew Bishop, and I have a question for you. Do you think we should end Stage 3 water restrictions in Corpus Christi?
That would affect everyone. That would be thousands of homes that if they could put a sprinkler up, it would help their yard and it would help the value.
A region that has been labeled as
this town with 500,000 residents is about to completely run out of water.
With national attention on a worsening water situation.
The city's reservoirs are on track to run dry.
3 months later, and the situation has changed.
We expect to get into Stage 2 soon, maybe this weekend, early next week.
Stage 3 water restrictions can be lifted by the city manager if our reservoirs are above 30% of capacity. Under Stage 2, you can water your lawn every other week with sprinklers or any other automatic watering system, which for some residents doesn't seem like much, but for lifelong Corpus Christian Damian Haynes, the change could make all the difference.
We're Texans, man. I'm a family man, a father. I gotta have my green grass, and whether if I'm coming out here or buying sod, that's what I'm doing because of those restrictions.
I met Haynes at his childhood home in the Country Creek neighborhood off the South Oso Parkway. The home became his responsibility years ago when his parents passed away. He said he's invested nearly $10,000 in sod on the property. He's used a handheld bucket to water the grass himself, following Stage 3 restrictions.
Here, sometimes I come out here at night in a bathrobe and I'll just water it. I'll listen to music.
He's even used runoff from his septic tank as an additional source of water.
I actually have had people come and try to find me because of my runoff with the septic.
Haynes says his family home is a source of pride. He likes the property green and vibrant, and going to Stage 2 restrictions could help him keep it that way.
If I'm watering with a bucket, 1 acre, manually, that's because I care about it. It would definitely make it better and easier for me if the restrictions were more benevolent.
If Stage 3 restrictions are lifted, city leaders are expected to reach out to us with an announcement. I'll keep you updated. Reporting for Chris 6 News, I'm Drew Bishop.
This past June marked 4 years since water use restrictions went into effect for Corpus Christi residents. Stage 1 water restrictions went into effect on June 14th, 2022. That's when our combined lake levels dropped below 40% of combined capacity. Stage 2 restrictions began in March 2024 when we hit the trigger point of less than 30% of combined capacity. And December 16th, 2024 is the day we went under Stage 3 restrictions. That's after our lakes fell below 20% of combined capacity.
For years, many Texas smoke shops have sold products containing hemp-derived THC. But starting today, July 31st, those products are no longer allowed. I'm Gita Estrella, and I'm asking smoke shop owners how their businesses are being affected.
The new law classifies many hemp-derived THC products, including Delta-8 and Delta-10, as illegal. Products that meet Texas's Delta-9 THC limits, including certain CBD products, can still be sold.
You know, there's a lot of people that are going to suffer from lack of access to these products because they help a lot of people. You know, we have a lot of older people, we have a lot of people that can't afford their medication that come in here and they're looking for these products.
Dallas Robbins owns High Tide on the south side and is part of the Texas Hemp Business Council, which is advocating for hemp access in Texas. He says his store has worked to stay compliant, but the new law is leaving customers and some businesses with questions.
Just today, we've had 4 or 5 calls just asking, you know, what is legal? What can we sell? I mean, I'm on, you know, group chats with other retailers. We don't even know what to sell. It's a very sad thing to see. And people are losing access and small businesses are suffering all over Texas.
Robbins says for businesses that did sell products like Delta-8 and Delta-10, the change could have a significant financial impact.
And that's usually about, you know, 20 to 30% of your business is coming from those Delta-8, Delta-10.
For people who still have products that are now banned, the consequences can depend on the type and amount of THC involved. Under Texas law, certain THC products are now considered controlled substances, with penalties that can include fines and possible jail time. I also asked the Corpus Christi Police Department how it plans to enforce the new law. In a written statement, CCPD says its Narcotics and Vice Division will continue conducting random inspections of businesses to ensure they are following state, federal, and local laws. The department says enforcement may also happen through routine police activity or in response to complaints.
Only hemp products that meet the state's Delta-9 THC limits remain legal. Reporting from High Tide Smoke Shop, I'm Jada Estrella, Chris 6 News.
Here's a look at the top headlines happening across the coastal bend. A Corpus Christi man is behind bars after police say he stabbed someone he knows. Investigators say a disturbance broke out Thursday night on Buford Avenue. Officers found the victim badly hurt and gave him first aid until medics arrived. 40-year-old Eric Guajardo is now in custody for aggravated assault. The victim is now in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Detectives say this was an isolated incident and the investigation is ongoing. An Ingleside police officer is facing criminal charges after a San Patricio County grand jury indicted him for official oppression. Officer Samuel Hernandez was indicted Thursday in connection with an on-duty incident on May 2nd. According to the indictment, Hernandez is accused of assaulting a man and/or arresting that man without cause. The Texas Rangers investigated the case. Hernandez was taken into custody today at the San Patricio County Sheriff's Office. His bond was set at $4,000. Hernandez is a 35-year law enforcement veteran who joined the Ingleside Department last October.
An early morning crash in Corpus Christi has left one person dead. This happened near Houston and Castores around 6:30. When officers arrived at the scene, they found a 60-year-old man had been struck by 2 vehicles and killed. Investigators say the man was crossing the street outside a crosswalk when he was hit by a car. He was thrown across lanes and struck by a second vehicle. Both drivers stayed on scene and were determined not to be at fault for the crash. Local activist Rachel Caballero made some shocking claims during a Texas Senate committee hearing earlier this week. Caballero was one of the several Texans who testified before the committee about their concerns about data centers coming to the state of Texas. If built, the proposed data centers would run extra high voltage 765 kV lines across Texas residents' properties, farms, and ranches. During the hearing, dozens of property owners signed up to speak, including Rachel Caballero. During her testimony, she said she had a solution to this issue and asked Texans to keep an eye out for legislation to violently punish politicians.
My solution is to ask listening Texans and humans in the room to keep an eye out for legislation to bring back public lynching of politicians who refuse to listen to their constituents. We are not falling for your rhetoric. We are Texans. Do your job and protect Texas and Texans. Otherwise, this is tyranny. Stop 765s.
We spoke to Caballero this morning, but minutes after, she called us and asked that her comments be redacted and asked that we tell our viewers she had no comment.
For months, I've been telling you how the north side is changing. And now, with the Harbor Bridge Park project about 50% complete, I'm Jada Jenkins, and I'm back with how residents are feeling.
And from the front steps of St. Paul United Methodist Church, you can see the north side's past, present, and future. The church Pastor Mike Bell grew up in, the new Harbor Bridge, and a park still under construction.
I'm overjoyed that right in front of the church, they're building one of the parks that the city is working on.
For Pastor Bell, this has never just been about a new park. He showed me old photographs of the north side and told me history, like the office of one of Corpus Christi's first black dentists. He says those memories is why he wants to see the entire neighborhood continue to grow.
Hundreds of animal shelters across the country are teaming up to help pets find loving homes. Coming up, more details on the Clear the Shelters campaign and meet a furry friend who will steal your heart.
Watching Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group. Now, the local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend, sponsored by Corpus Christi Events Calendar.
From familiar favorites to fresh starts, this Coastal Bend weekend is stacked with ways to soak up the last splash of summer. Here's a look at what's happening in your neighborhood.
If you're looking for a happy hour that does a whole lot of good, raise a glass and raise support at Politics, Spirits, and Games' 10th annual Back to School Supply Drive. The event benefits CASA of the Coastal Bend, helping children and teens in foster care head into the new school year with confidence. Organizers are aiming to raise $8,000 and collect much-needed donations. They're looking for gift cards, socks, toiletries, and school supplies. The supply drive is Saturday from 2 to 6 p.m. Want to keep the good vibes rolling Saturday night? Rock out for a great cause at Walking into Inclusion's annual Rockin' for Supplies at the House of Rock. The show helps put school supplies into the hands of students across the Coastal Bend with performances by Raw and Neapolitan. Admission is your ticket to giving back or bring school supplies and help make some noise for a great cause. If you're down to trade the snooze button for running shoes, head to the 5th annual Summer Sun Fun Run 5K. It kicks off Saturday morning at Lazy Beach Brewing starting at 7 a.m. Kids 12 and under race free, and every registration and donation supports the Alzheimer's Association. If your weekend plans involve rods instead, the Hook'em and Book'em fishing tournament is happening at the landing on Laguna Shores Road. The captain's meeting is tonight from 5 to 10 p.m. Boats launch Saturday at 6:20 a.m. and weigh-in runs from 2 to 4 p.m. Hook a big one and you might just reel in some extra cash.
For more details on events happening in your neighborhood, make sure you go to our website. And if you have an upcoming event, send us a message. You might just see it featured right here.
Here's a look at what's happening across the Lone Star State. Many popular hemp products are now illegal in Texas. Starting today, the state health department is banning Delta 8 and other THC variants. The agency is classifying the item as Schedule 1 controlled substance. The change follows a recent Texas Supreme Court ruling allowing the stricter rules. State lawmakers are already planning their next move. They plan to push for a total ban on all consumable hemp products with THC next year. A Texas mother deported to Mexico is suing the federal government. Jessica Trevino was deported in March despite having an active DACA status. She has 3 children living in Texas who are American citizens. Immigration officials recently moved to terminate her status for unauthorized travel, but her attorney says that travel was actually her forced deportation. He is now asking a federal judge to let her return home. Governor Greg Abbott wants to help Texans save money on life-saving drugs. During a campaign stop in Mission Thursday, he proposed a $25 cap on inhalers and epinephrine. Epinephrine is commonly used to treat severe allergic reactions. The proposal is part of his Keep Texas Affordable agenda. The plan also includes rewarding safe drivers and freezing tuition at public colleges.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Happy end of the week to you. Heading into the weekend, we're going to continue monitoring the situation along the Nueces River. However, I want you to know this is kind of a marathon, not a sprint. This is a hurry up and wait kind of scenario like we've been kind of doing the past couple of weeks, right? Watching from the initial rain falling from the sky well into the northern extent of the watershed to this flood wave traveling all the way down the Frio and then all the way around the Nueces. Finally, starting to see that approach Lake Corpus Christi here as we head into the beginning of next week. So we still have several days before we truly know the impact at Lake Corpus Christi, but I am suspecting that we are going to see a pretty substantial rise, and I feel very confident that our combined capacity is going to remain over 30% as we head into next week and see even more water move down the Nueces River into Lake Corpus Christi. But we'll be watching this. Let's get on to the immediate situation at hand. It's hot out there. We still have breezy conditions around the coastal bend, and this wind is generally bringing the humidity in. So we have a little more of an east-southeast wind. That's more humid. Feels like temperatures start to become the star of the show. A little more of a south-southeast wind direction, slightly drier for most of us, and that's where the actual air temperature becomes the star of the show. So the wind, a very big supporting actor in all of this. What does that mean for your Saturday plans? Well, your day planner looks like this. 8 a.m. is going to be a pretty muggy one already. 81 degrees, partly cloudy, but those clouds start to break up as we head through the day. We'll be in the 90s before lunchtime, upper 90s just on the other side of lunchtime. And into the heat of the afternoon, we're talking upper 90s for several hours. We don't see us really dropping into cooler situations until about sunset. So pace yourself. Make sure you're taking breaks in the AC, cooling off, because it feels like temperatures will look like this as we head on into your Saturday. Already off to the races with triple digits on the board around 10 a.m. into the heart of the afternoon. That's where we could be dancing with the 110s. So you'll need to make sure you're checking on kids, pets, and the elderly. You know the drill. Practice heat safety, and I'll show you how that forecast will trend over the next 7 days coming up in just a bit.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska. One of our Chris Super 6 Showcase receivers has some moves to back up his skills. Meet the Orange Grove senior in sports.
Now, Chris 6's Super 6 Showcase, sponsored by Ramco Mechanical Air Conditioning and Heating.
Hey everyone, I'm Larissa Liska in Orange Grove. One senior receiver led the Bulldogs in reception yards and reception touchdowns as a junior last season. That's why Daniel Martinez has been named to our Chris Super 6 Showcase.
Being able to go out on the field even when we're down and make great plays and just show the team that we still got this.
Martinez led by example last fall. He gave Orange Grove 823 reception yards on 41 catches and 7 touchdowns. However, receiver is not where he started his youth football career.
Wow, my gosh.
Great catch.
He was behind the defender. He saw the ball the whole way.
At first, I used to start as a lineman, and then I went to a running back, and then Hughes was my quarterback.
Ready, so hot.
Martinez has lots of experience and chemistry with Hughes Clot, which makes Clot's job easier.
He helps a lot because, I mean, in open field, he's really good, and he can do it all.
Martinez is great in open field, able to juke past anyone. He's also a versatile player, punting for the Bulldogs and more.
You know, last year we went through a ton of injuries. He had to play corner for us, and it was one of our best corners.
Martinez is solid on the football field, but baseball is his passion.
Just his ability to track a ball. You know, if you watch him on the baseball field, you know, there's been some hits that you think are in the gap or over his head, and he's gonna flip his hips and let him go get it.
Martinez almost did not even play football, but head coach Jared Johnson convinced him to play both sports.
So I gave him a big old hug. I said, all I've heard about is you, and we talk. I say, look, you don't know me. Let me explain to you what I want, like my vision for everything.
Martinez is athletic, but more importantly, he is a good student. The senior has a 3.8 GPA. Last year, Orange Grove finished the season 9-3, advancing to the second round of playoffs. Valuable experience that the squad carries over to this fall.
We're all young, and we have the experience playing up with the older guys, and we all played together when we were young. So that's just going to be great for us.
The Chris Super 6 Showcase features Martinez alongside Carroll Stephen McChester, Kings Damon Smith, Flower Bluffs Ransom Watson, and Three Rivers Ethan Kahn. Watch the showcase on August 20th at 6:30 p.m. on Chris 6.
Orange Grove kicks off the season on the road at London on Friday, August 28th at 7:30 p.m. We wish the Bulldogs the best of luck. I'm Larissa Liska, Chris 6 Sports.
Get out your lucky rabbit's foot. Another big jackpot is up for grabs this weekend. The jackpot for Saturday night's Powerball drawing has skyrocketed to $707 million. Now, that cash value option is just over $300 million. Earlier this week, someone in Florida won the $800 million Mega Millions jackpot. You'll get a shot at another big jackpot in tomorrow's night's Powerball drawing. The jackpot has been growing for nearly 3 months.
All right, let's talk about the extended forecast. A trip upstairs in the atmosphere shows the upper level pattern finally starting to change a little bit. We're watching this bullseye that has been absolutely setting the temperature to maximum across the Lone Star State finally move off to the west. That is going to allow for a very, very weak cold front, if you really want to call it that. Is it really going to do a whole lot of noticeable cooling? Probably not, but it's going to be headed towards central Texas. That's as far as it makes it, and that could be sending even hotter and muggier conditions our way. The tiniest chance of a stray shower as we head on into Sunday. I'm not very confident in this rain forecast, as you might have noticed in my tone, but nonetheless, a stray chance of showers on Sunday. I don't think Corpus Christi will see anything. I think that would be focused more on our more inland neighborhoods. But if you get caught in a quick shower or cheese putt, don't be caught by surprise. Know that you're lucky. Is it going to be significant rainfall? Unfortunately not. But here's a look at the next 7 days. What we do have a lot of is significant heat, so make sure you're staying cool out there. I think we'll hit 100 degrees right here in Corpus Christi on Monday.
And that's all the time we have for now. Thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. Have a great one.